All right, all right. Welcome back, everybody, for day two of the 12 Days of Search Atlas. Ho, ho, ho. Great to have you guys all here. And man, today, guys, I've got something really special lined up for you. So I hope you guys are all excited. If today you're calling in and you're an agency owner or you're a digital marketer working on keeping on top of all of the busy SEO campaigns that you're executing across your team, then today's drop is for you. But hold your reindeer before I show you. Let's just take a moment to talk about a common holiday problem. Imagine this. It's the most wonderful time of year, but your inbox is overflowing with emails from clients, task updates and ClickUp, Slack notifications are just piling up, and you're trying to juggle dozens and dozens of client campaigns, keeping your team on track, and somehow still make it time for some last minute Christmas shopping. That gets pretty overwhelming, right? Well, what if there was an easier way? A way where you could keep your finger on the pulse of those campaigns without having to burn out and drive yourself insane. A way that you can get clear, to the point summaries of your client campaigns so that you can track your rankings, you can follow your GSE traffic trends, your heat map rankings, review reports, and work across multiple platforms. And what if all those data points could be consolidated into one place so that you never miss a beat? Sounds a little bit like some Christmas magic, doesn't it? Well, friends, get ready because drum roll, please. I'm going to do it today myself. Can't find the sound effect because we have built exactly that. All right. Today, I'm introducing you guys to universal email alerts. Just 1 second here. If I could find the overlay. There it is. Universal email alerts. Pretty cool. Okay. So let me tell you a little bit about what universal email alerts do. They're going to do the heavy lifting and bring together all of your campaign insights into useful emails that will hit your inbox. You'll be able to configure them and get you all of the essential campaign data to the person on your team that needs to know. Soon we'll also be adding an integration in for Slack as well. These alerts are going to cover absolutely everything from your auto project updates to the Site Explorer ranking updates to the Site Auditor to Google Search Console and even local SEO performance. So there's going to be no more being in the dark. Now it's all being delivered to you, neatly packaged with a nice red Christmas bow on top. There's nothing like the dopamine hit that I get from seeing green numbers in these emails, showing you your gains, and it just gets better. You can configure the alerts, you can decide who on your team really needs to be seeing them and who on your team should not be seeing them. And if you want fewer notifications, well, you can just toggle them off. These alerts will get the right information to the key stakeholders on your team so that they can make decisions faster and give your clients more wow. And here's the big one for agencies. These emails are fully white labeled. Yes. So that means that you can share them directly, forward them to your clients, and it'll make you look like a pro, all while keeping them informed and engaged about the key insights about the campaign. It's the perfect way that you can improve your client retention and boost those relationships without really lifting a finger. And imagine the impact on your clients when they see these useful branded campaign summaries that speak to the gains that they're getting from the hard work that you and your team are putting into their campaigns. Okay? So now we're going to take a closer look at some of my favorite alerts. All right. So first, I'm going to just check the chat. Can everyone see me? Is everyone able to see what is on my screen? Looks like it. Looks like it. Okay, cool. So at a high level, this is everything we just shipped and delivered for you. This is what we call the Search Atlas Universal Email Alerts. And let's just break it down piece by piece. So to start with, we give you onboarding. That onboarding set of emails is going to tell you exactly what you need to do, what your team needs to be doing in the first 7 days to make sure they're able to get the maximum amount of success from the Search Atlas platform. It's going to tell you the connections you need to make for GSC, for Google My Business, for Google Ads, for Facebook. And as you guys know, the Search Atlas team, we're always building and building new stuff. As we create new modules and new integrations for you, your team is going to get emails to remind them to onboard to that part of our platform. That's going to make it a lot easier for you guys and your teams to be able to utilize all the technology that we have for you inside Search Atlas. Okay. So that's the first thing. The second thing, and this is something that we got so many requests for, so many people were asking us, okay, I know that my clients are seeing the benefits of OTTO. We're seeing the gains in the report builder, in GSC, in the local SEO heat maps. We're seeing it all. But can we also get some kind of summary about the weekly tasks and what work is actually being done? So we did exactly that. We built an email that brings together the performance tracking so you can see this week versus last week. What are our gains? What's going on? What's happening to our traffic? What's happening to our impressions? What is the result of our OTTO implementation this week alongside the work that was done? What did we actually do? What fixes how we deployed? What technical fixes, what content optimizations, what new content have we published? What schema have we deployed to the domain? What Google My Business profile optimizations have we made? So here we're able to bridge that full story. Here's the result of what we've done. Here's what's going on with our website through OTTO. And here are the fixes that we've deployed. And below, we're also going to see the completed tasks, other work, things like links that are built, images that are optimized and added, topical maps that are constructed. And moving on down, I'm going to show you guys some examples of fully white labeled emails for what happens when you first process a site in OTTO. Okay, so these get sent the moment you add a new OTTO project into Search Atlas. When you've set up your white label, all these emails will reference your brand. So here, my good friend Coach Cav, Sites at Scale, holler to Coach Cav, awesome dude. Although questionable taste in college basketball teams, all right, we all know that Duke's way better than UNC. It's just a known fact, even if the performance here didn't fully represent that. I digress. So Coach Cav, he calls it SEO Ninja. He's got a cool logo for it. It's all set up to be white labeled. Adam McChesney, he's got a white label set up as well. So this is what his looks like for Builders of Authority. And then we've got Secure Line Marketing. So just a few examples of the white labeling in action, in vivo. And as we scroll through the email, what else do we have in here? Well, we give you the auto script for installation, my friends. So this makes it so much easier. As soon as the auto project is added into the system, you can just take that email and you can forward it to your webmaster and say, that right there is the JavaScript that we need to add to the website to complete the installation. If the script is installed correctly at the time at which auto is done processing, this is not going to show up in red, it'll show up in green. But for a lot of you that are working with teams with multiple components, where you got a web developer, you got an SEO campaign manager, you got content writers, we got to make sure we get this auto script to the web developer so he can add it to the website. It also includes a link to the installation guide. Now, one other thing that I want to share about this, inside OTTO, we just added on the back end CMS detection. So OTTO is going to go to your site and figure out what's the CMS we built the site on. Is it WordPress? Is it GHL? Is it Wix? Is it Squarespace? Is it Shopify? Depending on what CMS has been used to build the site, we will give you a custom installation process for that site to make it even easier and simpler for your teams to be successful with this amazing platform. Now, if you're on WordPress, if you're on Shopify, well, we have something special. We have a special plugin that you can install that unlocks the ability for us to instantly publish to your CMS, to build new landing pages, to build new blog posts. We'll be doing the same thing with GHL as well once we formally actually announce and launch the integration, which is coming in January. All right? So enough about the auto processing emails and modules. Hopefully you guys really like these. We're also going to be adding one for deep freeze too. So deep freeze, some of you guys haven't seen this in there, but if for some reason one of your clients decides, I need to pause, I'm going to walk away. And my friend Eric Caldwell was actually just talking about this with me yesterday. He was saying that a lot of times some of the clients, they decide to pause for a month and then they want to go to a different agency. So he freezes them. And that means they basically get to keep all the on-page optimizations. Nothing goes away. Client can walk away. You don't have to keep paying for auto. It's pretty much archived for you, but we freeze that work that you've done, okay? A lot of times what happens is the clients, they decide to take their business, they want to try working with someone else, and then they find out, you know what, that someone else, they're not getting me the results that I was getting when I was running auto with you, right? With your agency. And then they come back. So the cool thing is the deep freeze lets you keep their work, and they can keep their work too. But most importantly, when they come back, which they will, you can just reactivate them and pick up right where you left off with your dynamic SEO optimizations. And to make it more user-friendly for deep freeze, we'll be sending you an email that gives you all the information that you can retain for your records or give it to your client, whatever, just to have that kind of second line of defense or safeguard for you when, if and when you decide to do that deep freeze, okay? So that is auto. Let me know in the chat what you guys think so far about these updates. Let me just see if we got any questions. Is the completed task report feature available only for auto too? Well, it is, because that's the only context in which we know what tasks you're completing. Now, if you, for example, are doing your tasks manually somewhere else, let's say you're doing them in ClickUp, right? Well, we will be adding, and I'm going to get to this in just a moment over here as we pan to the right, inside the reporting toolkit inside Search Atlas, AI summaries of the reports. So we're going to skip ahead to answer Tyler's question. We will allow you to be adding in your ClickUp boards into our report builder. And what this is doing is it's essentially going in to all that data, all of your campaign performance data, all of the data on that task board, all of it. And if you've got auto, it'll also bring in the auto intelligence data as well. Feeds all that data into an AI model to say, I need to know what's important. Tell me about my wins, tell me about my gains, and break it down in a way that's simple and stupid so that I can share this with a client and they're going to understand, right? How many of you guys have gone on a call with a client and pulled up GA or GSC and you just see their eyes glaze over, right? It's important just to break it down, make things simple. And so we created these new smart AI summaries. Now, what these are doing, and by the way, we've been iterating on the prompts and working to improve the quality of these summaries. We're on our third or fourth iteration. I think that the new AI summaries are much better than the first version of them because we've kept optimizing the prompts and also fine-tuning the models that we have here. And I'll show you in a minute the future of where all of that is going with OTTO Watchdog. So stay tuned for that. But let's continue working our way through this new report builder summary. This basically, I'm just going to read the AI summary here so you guys can see how engaging and how impactful it is. So this summary is showing us that in GA, we saw a growth in user metrics with a almost 400% increase in total new users, reaching almost 2,000. And all other engagement indicators are similarly elevated, highlighted by an effective conversion through direct and Google sources. Yes, big win on Google sources. That's the part that keeps the client saying, oh yeah, this is great. I'm getting good results from Google. You guys are killing it. And it goes through all the other components and summarizes them. Sometimes the report also includes an executive summary where it just pulls the entire story together at the very top to make it all easy to understand in just kind of like a one paragraph blurb. But these are perfect because you can just take these and you can copy and paste them and send them to clients. Now, some of you guys are probably wondering, well, what if I want to get these, let's say monthly, or maybe some clients I want to get them weekly. And I don't want everyone on my team to get all of them. I want certain people to get them because usually when you do this right, your team is going to have different account managers for different clients. So what you can do is for all these reports, you can configure the frequency. Do we want to get emails weekly? Do we want to get them every 2 weeks? Do we want to get them every month? When would I like to get them? I prefer to get these emails on Monday because then as the team is starting their work week, they're able to see everything that's important about these campaigns and their performance and appraise their clients of them. We do usually start sending the emails out midweek to the end of the week as the campaigns kind of work their way through and we have new updates. But for some people, they want to do it on Monday. So whichever way you want to do it, we can let you do it that way. Then in this third column, you're able to specify your recipients. So who should get this email? Do we want it to be Sarah on our team? Do we want it to be Paul on the team? Maybe we want to send it directly to the client, right? In some cases, that's just how we want to set it up. So whatever it is you want to do, we make it easy for you. and super easy to configure and modify these. So that is the Report Builder AI summary. Okay, Tyler, hope that helps. Jaron asks a question. He says, with all of these 12 days of features being launched and added, are the prices going to keep going up? Are we going to add, increase, and make the plans more expensive in the new year? Well, guys, here's the thing. You know how I am, right? When it comes to our community, I am fiercely committed to every single day that I wake up building more into Search Atlas for you and not charging you a dime more for it. We believe in bringing the maximum amount of value for all of our users that are grandfathered in. Now, for new users, it's very likely that the prices will go up. They're going to have to pay for some of the new features that may not be included standard in all plans. But every single thing you're going to see in this 12 days of Search Atlas is going to be included in any plan that you guys have registered for, whether it's the starter plan, the growth plan, the pro plan. You're going to get access to everything for not a dime more than you were already paying, okay? That's how we roll, and that's how we will always roll. All the users who have been with us, been in our community, and use our platform are going to get the best possible pricing and outcome in all things that we do. And that's a commitment that I make, okay? I promise. Let's keep going with some of the other products that we added in here, okay? So for project creation, we got two different kinds. We got Site Explorer, we got Site Auditor. We're going to start giving you weekly performance updates about your sites. We're going to show you your backlinks. How many new backlinks did you get versus the previous week? New referring domains. How many did you get versus the previous week? An organic traffic update, organic keywords total, all these fine-grained benchmarks. And these are sorted by most significant change to least significant change. So the sites that are moving the most, you'll see first in these emails. And these emails, these are pretty long, depending on how many clients you have in your Search Atlas account. We're going to be showing you, I think, at least 5 to 7. I think there's some limit to how long we can make the emails, but we're trying to get you just the most important detail, the most important information that you need to see, your team needs to see at the very top. Okay? So these are all driven by the Site Explorer. There's also one from the Site Auditor as well that you'll be getting on a weekly basis, as well as alerts. So in the Site Auditor, let's say one of your web developers is working on one of the client sites, and for some reason they just forgot to put the title tag, right? Or let's say they add one of your links and they change it to a staging URL instead of a production URL. Guys, this just happens, right? People make mistakes. We are all human. To err is human. And so what we're doing here is we try to create a technology that's going to have our back, that before Google finds out about the issue that we just deployed to our website, we do, before the crawlers do, so that we can fix it as soon as possible. Now, the way that we've done this is actually very, very hard. We have to ping your sitemap every 15 minutes to check for new changes. And whenever we see that there's a new page added, or we see that there was a page modified, we take that in and our robot goes right to the website, or crawler hits it and analyzes the page for all, I think it's about 150 different potential technical defects that can happen on web pages. And it scans the page for all those defects. If it finds a critical defect, boom, you get notified right away. And those alerts are also configurable, my friends, okay? All right, let's jump into the GSC alerts. These are some of my favorites because in SEO campaigns, especially when you're running auto and you're driving the website into what we call a positive ranking state, what will happen is you will start to see the crescendo in the traffic and in the rankings. And when you have a busy agency like ours, we have hundreds and hundreds of clients in our GSC performance tab inside Search Atlas. Now, what I like to know is I want to know, is the campaign working and how well is it working? What we just added is these visibility alerts. So when there's a spike, when there's an important change to the visibility of the website, now that can be impressions change, it can be traffic change, it can be change in overall ranking keywords. We're going to evaluate that on a rolling 7-day basis. So it's not Monday to Monday. It can happen any rolling 7 days and any rolling 30-day period. So I think these emails are one of the most dopamine-inducing emails that we have. Because when you see these keywords, and by the way, this is a real example, right? Cannabis email marketing, amazing keyword. Cannabis dispensary email marketing. Look at these massive gains that took place here. from not ranking for these keywords at all to ranking really well and actually driving a meaningful amount of search volume for these keywords that is no doubt translating into dollars and revenue. So those are our GSC performance alerts. These are also white labeled. So if you've set up a white label in your account, these will be white labeled as well for your domain. So these are made to be easily shared with clients. You'll just be able to forward them or copy them, whatever you like, and get them in the hands of your clients to show them the results and the gains. Okay. Now, I want to jump over to the local SEO reporting section because these, my friends, I think are my favorite reports that we have. Why are they my favorite reports? Because they're beautiful. We figured out how to do the unthinkable, the impossible. As you know, in Search Atlas, our team, we don't like solving small, easy problems. We like solving hard problems. And sometimes those hard problems are simple and just have to do with emails, but we still like to solve them anyways. We figured out how to get heat maps in emails. Boom. I didn't think it could be done, but our team's like, it can be done. It's just not going to be easy. And so now in these emails, you'll be able to get these SVG graphics embedded directly into the email showing you the before and the afters. This, I think, is huge because a lot of times for our clients, especially when we got a lot of clients, we're trying to maximize our agency profit margins. If you're interested in agency profit margins, I recommend you check out my webinar I did on Monday, December 16th with Marcel Pepitas, the founder of Parakeeto, where we break down all of the profit margin components of an agency and how you can optimize and improve those profit margins using this platform, using OTTO. And also we kind of give you good benchmarks in terms of how to think about your profit margins. So part of those profit margins is trying to keep your costs down. So for clients, we can't run massive geogrids every single day. It's just cost prohibitive. So a lot of times we set these to run every 7 days, or for some clients, they opt for 14 to 30 days, right? And so when we get the rankings, when the rankings get pulled, we want to know as soon as we can, what's the delta? What's the change? The cool thing about these emails is they're going to give us that information square in the face. So as soon as we pull the ranking report, we're going to find out if there was an important change to the visibility for this client, okay? Super impactful, super high value, and very easy to understand, by the way. It also will bring in task suggestions. So make sure you guys don't sleep on this. You guys know that we went ham with the GBP automations in Search Atlas. If you're on the Pro plan, you get 25 GMBs fully automated with Search Atlas as a part of that plan. I mean, the value there is absolutely insane, right? 25 GMBs automated on the Pro plan for no additional cost. Now, if you've connected that particular GMB into the GMB automations, this report will also give you new tasks, new suggestions for what else you can do to optimize and improve this website. This Google My Business profile. And the list of tasks are basically coming out of our local SEO playbook. All the things that we know we have to do to improve the ranking of the website. Things like adding the Google map, the GMB map to the homepage of the domain. We know that's important. Sometimes I see that we just don't do that, like because the agency is busy, it just doesn't get done. And so this is a nice kind of sanity check where we're bridging performance with tasks, with actions. And you guys know that's what we're all about here at Search Atlas is action-oriented thinking, not just about analysis paralysis and reporting and chlorophyll and borophyll. It's about real action. It's about doing things that move the needle. And so we're always trying to arm you with suggestions for what else you can do to improve your rankings. Okay, so that's the local SEO GeoGrid heat map report. We're also giving you a new report as well here, showing you the summary, the average for all the keywords you're tracking for that business. So you can see the change period over period for gained positions. Now, I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Dopamine, 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 dopamine. These emails will have a lot of green if you're using OTTO the way it's supposed to be used. You'll be seeing a lot of greens in these emails. It's not going to say that you're not going to get some reds from time to time because obviously rankings are volatile and things shift. But if your team is executing on the OTTO SOP, the OTTO 30-day SOP, you will find, my friends, that you're going to see a lot of green in these emails. And that green is exactly what's going to keep your client with you and around, especially when you white label these emails and they're seeing everything that refers back to you and your agency, okay? We also added aggregator network emails. So you should be getting alerts or an email summary when you submit the aggregator network submission. You're going to be getting an email on completion. And you also are going to be getting weekly updates that give you a status tracking on your aggregator network submissions. We've seen a significant amount of that come into the platform. And now what we're trying to do here is we're trying to make it easier for you guys to stay on top of the delivery of all those campaigns to make sure everything is moving forward smoothly. I'm also excited. I can't quite share the full reveal on this, but we're working to bring you guys more access to citations. You guys know what I believe about citations. I think it's bogus that we have to pay the aggregator networks to get our data included. I think it's so unfair. Why is it unfair? Because they're making all of the other third parties that access the data pay for it. So they're charging both sides. That is so unfair. They need our data, right? If they didn't have our data, they wouldn't be able to resell it and derive profit from it. So they're charging both sides of the marketplace. What we're trying to do is we're trying to bring those costs to zero. That's my goal. And I'm going to tell you, when I set a goal, I hit it, right? I always hit my goals. There will come a day when in Search Atlas, we have figured out how to get you guys aggregator networks for zero or close to zero. That day, unfortunately, is not today, and that's not going to happen this holiday season, but we're working on it. We're going to keep getting there, okay? Another email, GMB automation. So when you connect the GMB into Search Atlas, you're going to be getting automated emails that summarize the performance tracking, the updates, the tasks on that GMB, okay? So a lot more insight there too. So let's just look at what we've covered. We've covered onboarding, we've covered auto, we've covered projects, GSC local. We talked about reporting. Yesterday, we talked about authority building and link laboratory. Well, you guys will also be getting emails from the system about the orders you submit, and you'll be getting weekly updates, and you'll also be getting a completion email fully automated to the system that helps you keep track of your delivery, okay? So you have that too. Now, I talked about being able to manage these emails and what that looks like, and that these emails are fully configurable. So let me just actually show you in the dashboard what this looks like. So now you guys can see here, this is the panel where you can see email settings. You get all the different categories of email alerts, and you'll actually see there's some more email alerts in here than I didn't even tell you about, because we're always adding more into the platform. We also have outreach campaign email alerts. So when we run an outreach campaign through our auto digital PR or standalone digital PR technology, you'll get a post-processing email, and you'll get a weekly update letting you know how many emails did you send, how many responses did you get back, how many bites, what's our conversion rate on our outbound. So some of these outreach campaigns you guys are going to be doing for link acquisition purposes, right, for clients. Some of these outreach campaigns you'll be doing for sales prospecting purposes, trying to send emails to try to find new customers. Now, I want to give you guys a sneak preview of a product launch that will be coming, and it's going to be prospecting through SMS. So we are doing that, Google Maps prospecting with SMS. Stay tuned when that's available. You'll be seeing a new activation email for that will summarize the outcome of those SMS campaigns. But anyways, I digress. Any of these emails can be enabled or disabled. So if you're getting too many emails, every single email will have a button in it that will take you here, where you can come and you can enable or disable that email. You can also pick on your team who should be getting these emails, who are the recipients, who do you want to be getting that update. So the way that I think about this is for auto, our SEO delivery team, they have to be getting all the auto emails. For Site Explorer, it's that team as well, but we also want to add in the account managers so they can see what's going on. Report Builder, very important to get this to the account manager so they can see what's happening. Search Console, usually it's a mix of both, depends. Local SEO, that will go to the local SEO team. The site audit emails, these will go to the web developers so they get abreast of any of the issues detected as they're developing and working on the website. Aggregator network, that goes to our outbound link building team, and same with the outreach campaigns, because they're the ones who are actually managing all of this, okay? And so this set of settings can be managed by you. It could also be managed by your team. So it's very versatile, very easy to access and modify. If you don't like these emails, well, I expect that maybe 1% of people will say, I don't want any alerts. I just prefer to live in the dark, right? Some people are like dwarves, like live underground. If you want to disable the emails, that's your prerogative. If you want to enable them, that's also up to you. But by default, they will all be enabled so you guys get the maximum value from this platform, okay? And here's just an example of these emails and how they look in the inbox, so you guys can check them out as well. So that's a wrap on the demo side. Now I'm gonna jump back into the live chat. No, I'm not. Before I go to the live chat, should I show you guys? Should I show you guys what's next? Should I show you the next iteration of universal email alerts and how we're going to be using AI to do that? I don't know. I'm undecided. You guys let me know. Do you guys want to see it? Should I show it to you? V12 says better than any Swiss Army knife. 100%. Victorinox is going down. Let me see if we got any other questions in here. Eric's saying now we can ditch Bright Local for client reporting. 100%. 100%. Pete says he's glad he got in early. Absolutely, Pete. You know, you guys know how much I like to spoil our agencies that are on the platform. I'm always trying to give you guys more for nothing else. That's our Amazon Prime philosophy, borrowed from Jeff Bezos. Any other questions? Let's see. Oh yeah, you guys want this. Justin says, heck yeah. Aletha says, you know you want to. You know I do want to. I like the future. I'm a futurist, right? That's just who I am. Shamrock says yes. Jaron says yes. Angelica says yes. I love it. All right, guys, cool. Glad you guys are also caffeinated and you haven't drank so much eggnog that you've fallen out of your chair. Well, maybe after we show you guys the new AI Watchdog, maybe some of you guys are just going to be like, what is this? And fall out of your chair. So this is where it's moving, okay? We have this idea that we could create an AI watchdog, the OTTO Watchdog, that gets all these streams of live information from GSC, GA, GBP, the campaign performance data fed into a brain, auto GSC, local SEO rank tracking data fed into that same brain. This data is not just going to be one website, it's going to be all of our clients. Everything fed into it from all of our clients. And even the crawler data, okay? Sneak peek. This week, I'm not going to tell you which day, this week we will be announcing a very, very innovative special tool built into OTTO that is going to unpack and show us the crawling activity, the crawling behavior of Google, of Bing, of all of the large language models like OpenAI and Claude. Anyways, we need that data in the watchdog. We need the watchdog to know what's going on with the crawlers. And that watchdog is going to ask some important questions, which is what's important, right? What's important for us to know? A lot of people right now, a lot of people who are listening to this will have someone at their agency, an SEO strategist, who is this person who is basically spending all day, every day, looking through the lines of code that are in the matrix and trying to understand what's going on. They live in Search Atlas and the Site Explorer. They're looking at the keyword ranking updates. They're just in there all the time. And you guys know how much I hate that. I hate that because if you're not spending time doing some productive action that's moving the site forward, you're wasting your time. You're not actually growing. You're actually putting yourself in a worse position. There's a small amount of time that you need to do that's reviewing the data to understand what's going on. The OTTO Watchdog is going to do that. And what's going to happen, guys, is you're going to be able to talk to it. It's going to be a large language model. You'll be able to ask it questions. Here are some of the questions that I want to ask the OTTO Watchdog. Question number 1, OTTO Watchdog. Which clients are crushing it? Give me some clients that I can build my best case studies on. Tell me which clients those are. OTTO Watchdog is going to come back and say, client number 1, number 4, number 7, number 8. And then you're going to say, well, what about client number 2 and 3? OTTO Watchdog is going to say, okay, these are the clients that you need to focus on from an agency perspective. These are the ones that are struggling. These are the ones that might churn unless we do something drastic, unless we make a change. The watchdog is going to say, client number 2, client number 3 are having issues with search visibility. It looks like they were impacted by the December core algorithm update, right? The watchdog is also fed with the information about what's happening with search volatility from other aspects of the Search Atlas platform. Data that is so low level that we don't even have time to review all of it. But because it's an AI model, that's what it does best. It knows all that stuff. We can feed it with limitless information. It is kind of expensive, I'm not going to lie, for us to do this, but we're doing this with the belief and the faith that the cost of computing in the AI realm and arena is always falling lower and lower. When we enter the era of Willow with Google quantum computing, this technology is going to be 1,000 times, maybe even 1,000,000 times cheaper. And so today, I don't even care what our OpenAI bill is. I tell the team, try to optimize for it a little bit, but it's okay if it's expensive because what we're in the business of doing is innovation, not in the business of Costco and cutting our costs. We're always trying to push the envelope and push the frontier with our platform, as you guys know. One of the other things that you'll be able to ask the watchdog is, what are the tasks we've done this month for this client? Give me a summary, a report that I can share with my client, all the work that we've done. And so the watchdog essentially kind of serves as an internal team member, that person within your agency that just knows everything about all your campaigns. They are the director of customer service. They are the director of SEO strategy for the agency. They are the front lines executor and implementer of the campaigns. They're the report builder. They're everyone and they are no one because they are a robot. And so very excited. Tell me you guys in the chat if this is something you guys want. Tell me if you guys want it. If you guys don't want it, I'm not going to build it for you. I'll just build it for myself. But if you want it, I'll give it to you. Just tell me in the chat. Let me know if this is something that you guys are going to be interested in, okay? All right. Well, guys, I'm going to check the chat in a second. There's a little bit of a delay. This has been super fun, guys. This is day 2. As you guys know, we're just getting going here with the 12 Days of Search Atlas. We've got so much innovation coming. You guys know some of the things I'm going to be announcing. You know, because you've been following on social, on Facebook, in our community. You know what's coming. You know I'm going to be giving you Wildfire. You know that's on the way, right? You know that's coming. You know I'm going to be giving you Quest. Quest is going to be here soon. You're going to be learning about Quest. You guys also know Auto PPC. We're building that too. One of those days, you guys are going to be seeing Auto PPC for the first time. So there's a lot of fire, a lot of fire. Jaron says, yes, he wants to be on the beta team for OTTO Watchdog. Hell yeah, Jaron. Shamrock says, yes, he's in. Moto Fishy, he's saying, this is next level stuff right here. It's going to make client management and monitoring much easier. Absolutely, dude. That's the name of the game. Eric is down. He's saying yes. And Shamrock is saying now, please. Yes, of course. I wish we could have all this stuff yesterday, but unfortunately, big things take a little bit of time. And so keep you guys posted on this one. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the second day, the second installment of the 12 Days of Search Atlas. And guys, it has been really a pleasure. Really, really, really fun. That's it for today. Peace out, guys. If you guys have any other questions, I'll take a few other questions in the chat. If not, that's going to be it for us. And I hope you guys have a very nice holiday season. If you guys are working on finishing up some holiday shopping, go ahead and do that. You guys got about, looks like 8 days before Christmas hits us, right? Lisa says that's a heck yeah and a big thank you. My pleasure. Excited to do this. Excited to build this for you guys. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? We're going to have another big product launch. Tomorrow's going to be even bigger than today. I'm really excited for it. And awesome. Love you guys. Have a great rest of your day. And see you tomorrow. All the best.